question. Given that x is equal to 5 plus 6i is one of the roots of the equation of minus 4x squared plus 4x minus 244 equal to 0. Find the other roots and the value of k. So there are some possible solutions. So what do we know when we have a quadratic equation, and if one of the root is of x equal 5 plus 6i, it always comes as a complex conjugate root. And the complex conjugate root of this number, of this complex number here, is x is equal with 5 minus 6i. So it's 5. Let me write little 5 minus 6i. So this is one of the root. Because if one of the root is a 5 plus 6i, the other root is a complex conjugate, which is a 5 minus 6i. So here what we are ruling out, B is not the answer and D is not answer, but answer is between A, C and D. We don't know exactly which one is. But let me write here those roots. For example, x is equal with a 5 minus 5 plus 6i. Okay, let me write this here. 5 plus 6i. And the other root, we already see is a complex conjugate root, which is equal with a 5 minus 6i. So we have another root we know for sure, 5 minus 6i. And now, if I wanted this to find as a factor, I'm going to the 5 and minus 6i to put in the other side, so I'm taking a shortcut, and they are going to change the sign. So x minus 5 minus 6i is equal to 0. Minus 6i is equal to 0. Same thing I'm doing in the other root, which is going to be x minus 5 plus 6i minus 5 plus 6i is equal to 0. So that's what I have here, is equal to 0. Let me write this 6 a little bit like this. So now if I'm taking this both of them, and if I'm multiplying, if I want to, for example, to create the quadratic equation like it was, is x minus 5 minus 6i minus 5 minus 6i. So this is one of the factor, and the other factor is x minus 5 plus 6i, x minus 5 plus 6i. And everything is equal with 0. So now I'm distributing everything here inside. And if I'm distributing, just let me take a bit of different colors. First I'm distributing with the x, I'm going to multiply everything. X times x is x squared. Is x squared. And x times minus 5 is a minus 5x. So I am trying to finish a little faster this simple work. And x times plus 6i is equal to the plus 6xi. I can write this way. 6xi. And now I'm going with a different color, so to make a little bit easy, I'm going to multiply with the negative 5 everything. Negative 5 times x is a negative 5x. Negative 5x. Negative 5x, okay? And negative 5 times negative 5 is a positive 25. So this is very obvious here. And now I will multiply the third factor. Minus 5 times 6i is a negative 30i. So we have this picture now. But now I'm going with the third number here. Let me take a different color. It's much easier to see it. And negative 6i times x is a negative 6xi. Negative 6xi. Okay. And then the negative 6xi times of negative 5 is a positive 30. Is a positive 30i. So just to make sure we are doing a correct distribution. And negative 5 negative xi times plus 6xi is a negative 36i squared. So we are here. And everything here is equal to 0. With 0. So now we are going here and we see what we have. I am looking, do I have any x squared except this x squared? Here I don't have any other x squared, so I have just one x squared. And I'm looking with the x's. I have negative 5x, negative 5x. But other, just with the x, I don't have this. I'm adding or subtracting the same like terms. And this is equal to, just let me erase this. And this is equal with negative 10x. Let me take this out. Is a negative 10x. And let's see what remains. I have plus 6i here, and minus 6xi I can cancel because the same item with a different sign. And what I'm looking here, can I simplify anything else? I have minus 30i and plus 30i is same item with different sign. What it remains plus 25. Plus 25. And the last number here, what I have is a 36i squared plus 36. But instead of I squared, because according to the definition of complex numbers, I squared is equal with minus, with the minus 1. But here is a minus. I'm sorry. Here I just, because here is the sign negative, so I can write a negative sign. Is a negative. And instead of the I squared, I'm writing minus 1. And everything is equal with 0. And now I'm looking here what I can do. But just let me rewrite this equation here. Again, x squared, n is a minus 10x. And let me calculate here one calculation so I don't have to go back. Plus 25 I have here, but negative 36. And time negative 1 is 36, positive 36. And 36 plus 25. And 6 plus 5 is 11, but it's a positive because I'm adding them. And this number is going to be positive 36. And 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1 is a 6. And this is equal to 0. I got this equation. However, I want to come to look at something similar with this equation here. And the coefficient in front of the x is going to be k. I want to find this k, what k is. And to make this the same like this equation, and I see the leading coefficient here is minus 4, so I am multiplying everything by minus 4 in order to make this leading coefficient negative 4x squared. So I multiplying everything by negative 4. And what do I get here? Here is a negative x squared. And here is negative times negative. Here is a positive 40x. It's positive 40x. And now what do I have here? Plus times a minus is a minus. And 4 times 1 is a 4. And 4 times 6 is 24. So I have 244 here. Everything is equal to 0. So now I have the same equation what I have here. I came to this equation. So those roots gave me the same result. But the k here, you see the k here is a positive k, is equal with a positive 40. So the k is equal with 40. So this is very important. So I find this here. And as we know, the root, what was one complex conjugate root, x is equal with a 5 minus 6i. So those are the two factors that we were trying to find here. And now we are looking here which one satisfies this root, conjugate root, and this coefficient. and the one that satisfies is A. So the solution word problem, or this sorry, of this problem is A.